Hello, survivors! Hello! Welcome to the stream, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're having a good evening. Top 3 of the stream today, Valiant, Dennis, and Man on the Moon. What's up? Welcome to the stream. We also have Brian. What's up, Sly? Are you still here, Sly? I noticed a little bit of inactivity in All-Stars. I just wanted to confirm whether you're still playing the game or not, bro. It's all good if you're not. It's all good. Hello, Weird Girl. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Hello, Larry. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you're having a good evening. How are we doing today, guys? How are you feeling? How are we feeling? What's up, Jess? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. What's up, Mike? Sandor? Yo up. Just that's it. That's it. That's what the kids are saying these days. Yo up. It's all good, Sly. It's all good. I was just making sure, man. I was just making sure. It's all good. It's Friday tomorrow, off the weekend. Yeah. Any plans this weekend for anybody? Non-war weekends is the weekends you can plan to actually do stuff with the fam, you know? Or have a rest, one of the two. One of the two. What's up, River Rat? Welcome to the stream as well. Thanks for tuning in. Now, there is an SR on the way. I'd be lying if I said I'd done anything. I'd be lying, because I haven't. But we are going to complete it. No war this weekend. Generally, war is every other weekend. So, we had war last weekend, so... You'd assume no. You'd assume no. And fingers crossed it's a no. Because boy, do war suck at the moment. War is not fun. Although it could get fun, I don't know. We'll see. I did move factions, so the matchups might be better, but I don't think they're gonna be that much better, honestly. We'll have to see. Need a break from war, yeah. Yeah. With Axel. Who did you use Axel against? Like, who was Axel useful against for you? Because the team that he's good against doesn't really exist yet, which is the Tyrese team. I guess it's going to be getting there, though. It's going to be getting stronger, right? Stronger. Hey, what's up, Daylight? Welcome to the stream. PK Nor Vance behind Rick Lead. He was helping against that team. Anything with bonus HP. Yeah, but doesn't he have to crit? He's not a controller, right? So he's gonna get behind Rick Lead. He's just not gonna be able to crit. Is he a controller actually, or is he actually? He might be a controller, to be honest. Can't remember. Cannot remember. All the joys of autofill SR, guys. I wouldn't mind it. I would build the team if I didn't have to build it every damn time. Look, every time I autofill, 5 tanks. Like, it's just so badly optimized. And then watch what happens, guys. Watch what happens. If they bring out an update to this game mode, right? They're going to make it harder, and then when you autofill, it's just going to be 5 damage dealers. So again, it's just not going to work. It's almost like we should have some set teams for this. We should have, like... I think you can get away with, like, 1 for each trait, so that's 4. 1 for each combination of each trait, so that'll be what? How many more would that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe is that 8? I think there's 8 different combinations of traits. And then what else? Like 1 versus walkers? You know, maybe. So I reckon maybe like 15, 20 teams, you should be fine. 15 to 20. Why is it only showing me? Is he the only leader I've got? That can't be right. Oh, who's a damage dealer? Okay. Okay, I'll take him. I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. But then I'm crazy. Crazy. Okay. We'll just get the weapons equipped. And then what's worse is like, cool, I equip the weapons, I hit auto. I'm gonna blow up these stages really quick now compared to what it was like with tanks. But the next stage, I'm gonna be required to change like the traits or something. And I've got to manually do it. Let's see what the next trait asks me to do. Oh, I can still do it. Okay, sometimes you get lucky. Got to go out to eat. He's out to eat. Leaving a like though. Have fun. What's up, 8page? Welcome to the stream. Oh, is he on attack? Yeah, on attack. Yeah. On attack. Is he control roll? I can't remember. There we go. I hit the auto button again. It's just, I'm just so used to doing it. So used to doing it. What's up, Buttbeak? Welcome to the stream as well. Hope you're having a good day. I'll double check on Axel if you can't remember. Because I can't remember. Whether he is control roll or if he is not control roll. You know? You know? He was either control or support, right? If he's control, it's decent. But he is support. So he's not going to be getting the weapon procs, but he's going to get resisted on his crits all the time. This is the downside. I think old Rick is doing quite a lot. Quite a lot. Normalized resistance, crit resistance. Yeesh. Stats. Sheesh. Anyone completed SR? Got through the roadmaps? Got their shiny Lu Cille? I want to get the laser bats for sure. I want the laser bat. I can't even remember what the stats are. I just want it. If you can get free to play, just get it. I did a lot of raids last night. I watched a movie. What did I watch? Year 1 with Jack Black. Just some dumb movie. It was okay. Just to have in the background noise. Oh, I see you. Does that stop his reflect? I guess it would. The red can, did you have to grind them? Yeah. You have to do it in raid tournaments to get double drops, or outside of raid tournaments to get like normal drops, air quotes. I felt like I did so many but got so little. I mean, I can check my scores, but I think I had to hit like 40,000 in raid. I can't remember. Something crazy. Something crazy. This is an anticlimactic mythic trial. Well, there's still 2 more Jesus or Jesus. I don't know what you want to call it. 2 more of him to get. We'll have to see what the last two are like. They could be on really tough events. They've done that in the past. Where the last one or two, like the Rick one, was really like tough for the last couple. I don't think this Mythic Trial was like that exciting just because of the characters. For me, when I think of what a Mythic Trial should be, it should be the kind of like something in the story arc that's important and involves some big character names in that story. So, for instance, Telltale makes sense, right? It makes sense. Okay, she died, so we'll have to defend to bring her back from the deep. And then it makes sense. Oh damn, she's gonna kill all three, isn't she? Does that mean she's not gonna get revived? Does she kill three? Oh, she deals damage to 2. Okay, we're good. Biggie. I guess I could have done a basic attack as well. That would have worked. But yeah, like, it would have been cool if it was like... I've been thinking about potential Mythic Trials that would be awesome. The prison one sounded good in my head when we talked about it on the stream before. But I thought of another one recently. What about Whisperer War Mythic Trial? You know, Whisperer's Wars or Whisperer War. And then, like, it just had, like, really important characters from each of the settlements from Whisperer Wars. Like, it could have, like, a Whisperer War Maggie. Whisperer War, like, Alpha and Beta. Whisperer War, maybe Negan. Whisperer War, either Rick or maybe Michonne. You know, or, like, so just someone else who was, like, maybe big. Just in terms of, like, that storyline was big, right? That would be really sick. And they could just be part of the same allegiance, obviously, because, yeah. All Out War, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you could just have prison arc characters. Yeah, exactly. So it could be just, like, that part of the storyline as, like, a thing. The only issue is it's like repeating characters too much would get boring, but that's why you just don't have Rick in every single one, basically. Hey, Moon. I'm been okay. It's been okay. Had a video out earlier from All Stars. It's a pool video, so that's just plodding along pretty slowly as pool videos always do. It'll probably just be how it is for the next couple of days. Pretty low key from my side. Pretty low key. Nice pulls. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I did get another R somehow in there. I just don't even know how that actually happens. What's up, Seren? I think I said hello, but hello, Seren. Whisperer's War Mythic Trial sounds cool, but they already basically covered most of them already in RTS. What do you mean with the Mythic Trials? Which ones like Whisperer's Wars in Mythic Trials? We've had NWO, Skybound X 1 and 2. We've had Kingdom, Alexander. No, we didn't have it. Did we? Was it Alexandra we had? Was it Alexandra or was it Atlanta? Oh, it was Atlanta. We had Atlanta. Which is funny because from testing the new FA, Atlanta's easily the hardest FA boss, like by a margin, because Atlanta's such a bad allegiance. It's crazy. Like, they don't have any healers. Like, just Herschel. They got no support characters. Like, look at this. Imagine trying to build a team to beat FA with this, guys. You ready? And this is what you're going to have to be doing in like a month's time or whatever. So be ready for this. It's going to be a mess. This is horrible. This is horrible in my mind. Look at that. We'll just call them what they are, right? Defensive leader tank, offensive leader, damage dealer, damage dealer offense, damage dealer offense, damage dealer offense, control character, kind of like support, like but more offensive support slash leader, attack leader, defensive tank, attack leader, medic. There's no medic once. Then we got like offensive support with some control, defensive tank, offensive damage dealer, offensive damage dealer. Literally, like, it's all damage dealers, a couple of control characters in there who aren't that good. We're looking at Sophia and Dale, and then like one medic. This is the guy that's got to save you guys. This is the guy that has got to hold all that shit together. And it's not gonna happen. My one isn't even maxed out. I don't even want to put skills in this guy. Who wants to do that? Like, this is from when I had to do it at the beginning, you know, like with the missions. But like, let's see him fully maxed out, right? 66 AP cost rush. He does heal all 5, right? His rush actually got some reasonably decent boosts. 15% of max HP for 4 turns, but it just isn't that high HP when you consider like an attack team character has like 25,000 HP. They're getting hit for like 2k a turn here. It's not that much, you know. This has got 3 turn cooldown, and then his passives are trash. I'm pretty sure. When this character starts their turn, 100% chance this character gets 10% defense for 1 turn for each character on your team with a heal over time status. Awesome. He's not even going to get focused, but awesome. And then when killed, heal all teammates by 20%. He's like, he actually heals better if you get Herschel killed than if he stays alive. You can't make this up. And then the hero reduction resistance as well is just like, yo, why? I understand that this was like an early game character. They probably didn't expect Herschel to actually have to be used. A year and a half into Mythic, he's like a primary healer on a team that's going to be a primary team in Faction Assault. But it is the case. It is actually the case. I want that Shane. You're not going to want Shane when this new Faction Assault kicks off, because the new Faction Assault boss for Atlanta is Alert. Shane just gets one shot by the Alert guy straight away. Straight away. So like, I'm not even going to be using him. I'm probably going to use Alert Rick, or I'm going to use Glenn. One of those two. Got all the trainees you could get from the new grey market. Alright, that's true. I did get some resources. I actually had like 7k already. Is this it? I actually had 7k already, so I got 57k. I think it's probably best to get these, right? Madeline and the Maddox. The other ones are like, they're nice, don't get me wrong. But the Madeleines and Maddox are the ones that are like the hard ones to come by, right? So it's probably best to get these, as much as they are the most expensive by quite a margin. I'm going to pick up these by quite a margin. You can see like the rewards that they just get put in my inbox. I've got maxed out trainers apparently. Am I Benny's maxed out? No, okay. I think the last raid tournament was it Faction? We actually came first in that. That's actually quite good. That's surprising, I guess. I scored, I can't see how many hits this is, but I think I scored like 30k. And okay, 60k. I was just warring while I was watching a movie. And I did manage to hit enough to complete that roadmap. I haven't completed it. I'm going to do it on this stream. We did get enough. We needed 40k, and now I've got 43. So I've got a little bit, like if I fail some stages, rather than having to buy some with coins, I can I can redo a couple of stages. The raid ones is the easy one though. The SR one with the green energy is the hard road maps. Towards a faction, it was indeed. I'll probably run Conrad. Yeah, I mean Conrad would actually be good because he'll do trait damage and he'll have like buff removal and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to actually properly think hard on a team there. It's kind of brutal. Because they don't have anyone who does anything. Like no guardian shields. But there's no like healing weapon that you can just like get. You can't get like an alert healing weapon and just use 5 alert characters, for instance, and just rely on alert healing. It's just, yeah. What faction did you go to, Lockdown? Where is Tex at? I went to Order 66, Tex, and Tex went to Order 66. So let me catch up with these comments, man. RTS 2 would be better with better graphics would be cool, or a remake. I mean, this sounds like a different game at that point. There is no synergy amongst Atlanta. This is true, man. This is 100% true. I mean, they're just a team. They're just a damage dealing team. That's it. I think Scope scrapped it, sent everyone. Yeah. There was an F8 issue. I'm gonna cover it in some video, probably tomorrow. I'm just gonna go over a lot of stuff when it comes to some of the things that's happening in the game. But like, they announced the event, which I think is already started. I'm not actually sure. I guess it has. We should be running Faction Assaultman if we're not already. Like, we should just be running it. We might be already, and I just, you know, haven't got the announcement that there's a Faction Assault going on. So let me just double check. Because the cooldown timers have reset. So we should be running these, and then just say, like, for the first... I'm not sure. I don't think we can run more than one at a time. That's the only bad thing. Like, you've got 90 million tickets. We might as well just say, like, for the first 12 hours, only hit once, and then it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter who wins, as long as you know, everyone gets these and the boss, you know, rewards and the bags, amazing bags. I mean, it's got some gear in it, I guess, because the tickets are all getting deleted in like 2 weeks. So we're gonna be able to run this like. We're gonna be able to spend 5 million of those tickets. Basically, I'm probably just gonna run it every 6 hours, and who's on is who's on. It has 24-hour cooldown though. That's what I'm saying. Like, because it has a 24-hour cooldown, you might as well just rotate it between 2 of them, like the 2 most expensive ones. That's not the right place. There we go. If you just rotate it between the 2 most expensive ones, and that way, yeah. You could do like 6 hours. The first 6 hours only can hit a certain amount, and then afterwards, you know, it's free for all once it hits 12 hours. But I mean, personally, I don't really care. Like, I just want to be able to get a hit in, just to get the bot, because the bosses, when you kill the bosses, they drop the tokens. That's what I want. I don't care about the placement stuff. It's the bosses. I don't know if I can see the rewards for the bosses. It doesn't show the rewards for the bosses. I think it's like, is it 670 or something per boss? And I'll just be able to get my. I just want to be able to get my last trainer. That's it. That's all I care about. I want to get the last Madeline. That is it. Past that, do not care. The rest is not that amazing. I'll just get some gold rim trainers, I guess. Like, I'm maxed out on so many trainers because I don't have anything to level up, because we just don't get enough characters. Because all the characters are released as promos, like, I don't get them, so I literally get like 1 character every month to level up. And that's that. And if I max out a character, that's 1 level up max milestone, right? I'm pretty sure, or just under 1 level up Just over one level up max milestone. So, and there's 2 a week. So, yeah. I'm having to level up silvers a lot of the time to get my max milestone. Unfortunately. I mean, I did that anyway, but now I don't even need to level up silvers because I don't even have the character. So I'm going to have like 4 or 5 like fully maxed out like silver runs. So that if I get gold mythics, I'll just be able to max them out instantly to, you know, LB3, but I haven't got the characters, so it just seems like in such a weird position at the moment. Weird. Hey, what's up, Diddy Craven? Where'd you go? Sad to see you leave. Wasted potential. Yeah. Basically, Dead Mum after war said about like word was like brought up world champions and, you know, said about people being ready for world champions and stuff like this. In terms of like, are you know, are you wanting to go if there is one announced and stuff? So. For myself personally, it was the wrong time to raise that, just because my instant reaction was no. And it's because war just happened, like it just finished. And I guess it's the same feeling for a few people, because a few people instantly left. It's kind of like it kind of reminds me of what I said this in the previous stream, but if I go to like an all-you-can-eat buffet and then I leave the buffet fully like I'm proper full, and someone's like, oh, where do you want to go to eat tomorrow? I don't even want to talk about food at the moment, you know. No food ever. Obviously I'm going to go eat tomorrow, but let's not talk about it. I think it was just a timing thing, and yeah, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. It was fun, but my heart's really not into going to another World Champions the way the game is at the moment for balance. The balance is everywhere. The last World Champions was okay, but the one before that was terrible, and I feel like the next one's going to be like the one before that. You know, it'd be cool to go, but I'm not going to kill myself to do it. Let's go to ×1 for a second. And no extra getting cans, you know, just enough indeed. That's why you don't want to miss this ASL. That's what my title is. Don't want to miss these rewards. Had a few friends retire from RTS because of state of the game. I think quite a few people have heard that, honestly. I mean, I've seen it on my live streams. I mean, I'm getting 25 viewers right now. This is the worst it's been since years. Honestly, the worst. And this isn't a one-time thing. This is multiple streams. I think the game's lost a lot of players in the last like month. I'm talking like 50% of the player base is gone. Massive amount of players have disappeared. That's what it feels like anyway. It could just be like a short hiatus. Other games have come out, they're testing it out, and they're having fun there. But yeah. It'd be rough. It'd be rough, man. Like, I have not seen a content drop for myself personally like this since like the reset. When the reset happened, that was really bad for my channel. Nothing really has happened in the last month to make it be bad, except just, you know, obviously All Stars did come out, but I don't think that's going to be. It could have been the turning point for some people, but some people probably tested it out and was having a lot of fun, and it was just like, damn, haven't felt this way about RTS in a while, and I think that's probably one of the things that probably was happening. A lot of negative sentiment about RTS. Obviously, the people who decide what characters are coming into the game, you know, what are prioritized characters, where the direction of the whole meta stuff goes, is don't really play the game or understand much about the game, because it's really not fun to play defensive meta at all. Never has been. But you know, I think you kind of reap you reap the rewards, or you know, you reap what you sow basically, and they've sowed like a non-fun game so far, and they're reaping that in terms of like the player base is just not enjoying it and bouncing. Pretty much as simple as that. Doesn't get more simple, I guess. It don't get more simple. Like, I genuinely, like, I don't like to talk about All Stars on my RTS streams and this vice versa, but just some of the stuff that they've done in All Stars, I almost catch myself like surprised that they're being this like nice. Like, I'm like, wait, because like there's an event going on right now where you have to use keys to flip over a card to match two cards, like the old game where you have all your cards facing down, you turn over two cards, you match them, and then you that's a pair, right? It's an old game, right? I half expected in my mind was every time you flipped over a card it used the key, but if they actually had it where like if you flipped over that card before, you can freely flip it over, you know, you only pay once. And in my mind I was just like, wow, that's so awesome, but that's just like, maybe that's normal, you know, maybe that's normal. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I left because I'm focusing on content. Yeah, as a content creator, that's always a good idea. Content first is quite a big deal. Content first is a real big deal. It's hard to do. Oh man, I finished a stage on All Stars earlier that I'd been on for ages, and then I clicked next. I was just like, no. Forgot to record it because it was a tough one. I just wanted to stop by and say hello. Got to run for now. No worries, but it's all good. Take care, man. I never been in war where top teams have 3 or 4 mercs. Yeah, I mean, it's a good job the merc system exists. Can you imagine if they didn't have the merc system? Whew. Game would be in like even worse situation it is right now, because people just wouldn't be able to war who wanted to war, and yeah, it'd be all over the place. Now that'd be a good hyped stream if people are still playing RTS in the future. Lockdowns return to after X amount of time, preceded by some cliffhanger or another. I mean, I don't know what my future holds with RTS, honestly. I mean, I think about it daily, honestly. I think about like completely cutting off RTS content. When I release RTS content, I can see that I lose subscribers to All Stars subscribers. It's better to have a channel that focuses on one game. I know this. This is something that I know. And right now I'm doing 2. So it's hurting my channel overall, but I've got more access to more content right now. But All Stars isn't really stable enough for me to do that, and I'm not really, you know, got a connection with the developer team to get certain, you know, things that I would like basically as a content creator to happen quickly. Like if I wanted to make a piece of content on a character that already existed, it might take a week turnaround to get the assets when it comes to like art and stuff like that for thumbnails, and turnaround's slow at the moment just because their process is kind of like still in building phases. But as I said about RTS content, it's obviously just getting worse. So the time I put into RTS content is just not as worth as well. Even the character preview videos, those used to be pretty solid, and Yeah, not so much now. Not so much. Scraphead killed the game when they punished the players, not the spenders. If there's nobody to play against, why? No, I mean, I said this. I said that the people who don't spend are the most important players because they're the foundation of the game, right? They make spenders spend as well. You know, people want to have something over another player when it comes to like power. But if there's no non-spenders, they're all spenders. It's like who spends the most. Then you could be spending like $50, $100 a month and still have no advantage because you're the weakest player. You're not going to stick around. Yo, what's up, Cygnus? Sounds like I walked into Right Daddy down the stream. No, I was just talking about like just thoughts on the future of my channel, basically. Some stuff. Small things, big things. It's kind of a tough situation. It's just a tough situation. I think no matter what, I'm gonna be okay as a creator. I wish RTS would, you know, pull their finger out a little bit and fix issues that are kind of obvious to a lot of players, but I think I kind of feel like I know what's gonna come next. It's like we've all seen some of the stuff that's happened before with how they do certain things. You know, you know, I'm not Nostradamus of RTS here, but these things have happened before. Like right now, we're in exactly the same situation as the 6-star era, where like the power gap was massive. Because it was literally spenders and free to play and nothing in between. And then what happened was spenders stopped spending because they didn't need to buy characters anymore because they were already wrecking free to play. Free to play got no good characters because we don't give free to play good characters. Like, we just got a good character, to be fair, Martinez, but it's in a place that we just really don't need it. We don't need good defense team characters, man. Must be honest, I think All Stars is incredibly boring. I watch all your RTS vids and none of the All Stars, as I think it's just not a fun game. Do the daily stuff and forget about it afterwards. I think it depends on how far through the game you are. You might not have even unlocked half of the stuff. Like, have you got things unlocked like the alignment defense? That's a game mode that you unlock as you progress. I find that pretty good. The rewards in that are awesome as well. You get like a lot of rares in that, so you get to progress quite nicely where you want to progress. Also, the gear system is quite nice in that game. Like I've had to basically go all in on one character, and that's Abraham. But just like seeing his kit get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger with all the resources I'm piling into him, it's quite fun. With the gear upgrades as well. Like I've nearly got him sorted. But then I need like some tier 2 upgrades as well on him. That's fair. I mean, yeah, indeed. I mean, not everyone likes every game other people like. It's just the way it is. I mean, I've gone through spells of not having a lot of fun in RTS, and like right now, honestly, I don't really mind RTS at the moment in terms of just like how it is. War isn't great, but I've never really thought War was that great. I think FA could be good, but it could be maybe a little bit too late, considering they were talking about it last November or whatever, last December, and then it comes out this October. It's just like this needed to come out in February. Like, let's be honest, Faction Assault needed to drop in February, and it took way too long. Pretty much as simple as that, I think, with Faction Assault. If it would have dropped in Feb, I think it would have been better. Or maybe not even, maybe even by June, you know. But October, that's mad. What do you think will happen, in all honesty, to RTS? I don't know. I don't know. I think obviously the game will still run until it's not making any money. And then it will turn off really quick. Or they'll just leave it running without, you know, putting any updates out. I don't know how mobile phone games work at that point. I've been a part of a game that shut down before. But, yeah. Remember, this is the year of the feature. I mean, to be fair, there have been some pretty good features that have been introduced. It's just like a bit slow. Maybe a little bit too small impact for a lot of people. They also introduced things that made features worse. For instance, the tournament. Tournament version of whatever that. I can't remember what it's called now. Challenge run, tournament run. You know. That made that worse. Made people stop playing it, which is not what they should be doing. You know, it should be, not what they should be doing, but yeah. But I was part of this game called Asheron's Call 2, and that ran for a long time, and then they just turned the servers off. But they announced it. They said, you know, the last day of the game is going to be this date. Now, the difference between that game and mobile phone games is it was just a subscription-based game, and they announced it. I think they announced it like 3 weeks out, and they said anyone with a current membership would just be given membership until the last day and refunded. So it was like they gave people 3 weeks or something. I mean, I don't even think it was that long. I think it was maybe a week, but they refunded anyone who had an active membership, and they gave everybody who ever had a membership a week's free membership. To just kind of, and they changed loads of things in the game. They changed the drop rate of everything, like the really rare stuff to just drop non-stop. The cooldown timers, they had devs just running around the game as bosses that you could kill, and it was honestly really fun. It's just like they obviously couldn't do that 24/7 because their job's not to do that. But yeah, and they made like some people like 3 times the size, and some people like 3 times smaller and stuff like that. Just crazy stuff. Hando, thank you very much. Continued support, 20 months. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Now, how it would happen in RTS, I don't know. How it happens in mobile phone games, I don't know. Scopely obviously will want to keep the lights on as long as possible. But the way the game feels at the moment, I don't know, man. But remember, player perception is much different than actual like reality a lot of the time. You know, just because we feel that the game's maybe not fun at the moment doesn't mean it's not making money. And that's honestly the key thing. If it's making money. But then it can also be, is it making enough money versus the other games that Scopely have? If Scopely's got like 10 games and then it's like the game that's making the least money by a margin, they might think it's just not worth the time, you know? They also might think of the future of The Walking Dead as a brand as well. It's maybe not as amazing as it once was. There's a lot to figure out. Feeling like an AA meeting when I click on those. An AA meeting? Or what? The member for 20 months? I mean, it's more like a milestone, you know? It's a milestone. In a good way. Sure, it's a good thing, right? Scopely's other games the same way. It's gonna be mainly a publisher. Mainly a publisher. So they, I mean, they obviously will dictate how things are running in some of those games. I haven't really keep track too much of Marvel Strike Force since they took over, but generally there's negative sentiment about any publisher or like anything that runs the game. People just hate the system. It's just the way it goes. It's just that's human the way humans work. They hate leadership. This is why once upon a time there was rules like you could call out the leader at any point, but if you called him out, he could kill you in hand-to-hand combat, you know. So it was like that was the rule. You're allowed to call me out, but we have to fight. And if you don't want to fight, then you gotta just shush. Nowadays that doesn't happen because it's kind of more like, you know, yeah, we know how it happens. Did I miss something? Just chatting about RTS at the moment. Honestly, I think a lot of people are just waiting in the game for announcement of the next war event. Basically, I think this one's taken a long time to announce. So, something to actually war for. You know, I think a lot of people may be crossing their fingers that with the announcement to the war event, there's also an announcement to like changing prize structure because gold mythic tokens, man. Gold mythic tokens. It felt bad to war for gold mythic tokens in the last War of Champions because that was just as Ultra got brought into the game, right? And advanced. So we'll see. Please give us something to war for, indeed. If it's gonna be this much of a like grind, at least make it something that's decent, you know. I'm 100% agreeing. I'd be agreeing. I legit hope that there isn't a defensive free-to-play character coming out for the next 6 months. And I hope they're all good support characters at least. I know the thought is to make just bad characters that no one will realise, but it's kind of obvious now. It feels bad because I don't want to get kicked from my faction, but I don't want to worry. Yeah, I get it. I feel it. That was part of the reason why I left, because I was just like, my faction put in more time into war than me, and it's just, I ain't feeling it right now at all. Still haven't run into lock-in raids. Are you in my old region or my new region? I did recently just switch regions. I had loads of people hitting my downed defense. Like I dropped my defense for the raid tournament. I'm in long, yeah, I've moved from long now. I was in long for a long time. Well, not a long time, but since last World Champions. But yeah, what was I dropped my defense for the raid tournament just to be a nice guy. And loads of people started hitting my defense, you know, rather than the bots that my defense is creating, you know. So I raised my defense again. People still tried to hit me. Didn't work out for them. Did not work out. Where did I go? Chambers. I joined Order 66. So I rejoined my faction that I was in previously. I haven't wanted to do much in the game for the past month or so. Yeah, it's honestly been like kind of in a lull. Kind of feels like it's going through the motions of the game at the moment. Not really exciting. But You know, it is what it is. Again, yeah, I'm back to 66 again. Within factions was a breath of fresh air for the motivation. This defense meta isn't the funniest, but going to a small low rank faction made matchups last war great, and it was the most fun I've had with war for a long time. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, I'm coming up against Eris every single war, and don't get me wrong, I don't mind coming up against Eris from time to time. But 8 Eris defenses every single war. Yeah. I even said if only the War Champions character was an attack team character. I don't like the defense teams. I don't mind the defense teams. I think they're well built. I think everything about the defense team is fine, except the fact that we just don't have the attack teams. Like, if we had better attack teams and better structure to, like, attack, you know, that would be better. But Scopely just so intent on releasing the same character, like, over and over again for attack. And it's just like, oh, here's this really good damage dealer. This will solve all your problems. It's like, nah, it won't. that isn't the problem. I can do damage. I just need to be able to hit them, you know? So I need a disarm. So I need to be able to hit the dudes. You know, and it's like I can do damage and I can also hit them, but they've also got loads of bonus HP. So I also need to be able to strip away their bonus HP. So like a support character, damage dealers is like the what I think damage dealers is the thing that we probably don't need more of, like for the next forever. Maybe a free to play damage dealer, but promos should not be damage dealers. It doesn't make no sense. I'd be surprised if a damage dealer really like even performed very well. It reflected. Of course it reflected. Of course. Even though like he put down one Guardian Shield, where did that other Guardian Shield go? I wonder. It went on him. That's why there's not the second one up, but then he's dead. Riddle me this. They're now planning a very costly disarm. Maybe. Maybe. Like I'm of the opinion that there should be soft counters to every character before they come out. For balance. There shouldn't be a character that comes out that's got no real counter. You know? Did it get reflected? Oh, okay, reflected 0, get wrecked. Reflect to 0. I don't like 0 counter characters. Soft counters are fun. So for instance, like we're shown in the S-Class era versus what's her name? Jackie Lead was actually like a fun experience. That was one of the more fun experiences. Because what it created was like a different 2 characters would get confused every turn. Like at the beginning of the fight. So it created a slightly different dynamic each time on my attack team. It was kind of interesting. Should I pull for Axel or Carl? I mean, do you need more defense team characters? Pull for Carl. If you need an attack team character, pull for Axel. Or if you don't think either of them work for you, then wait. That's what I do. I mean, I personally could pull for either of them, but I'm waiting. Disarm is needed bad. You shouldn't. Yeah, exactly. The 60% weapons became massively prevalent before disarm. It just creates no fun, man. No fun. And then because there's so many 60% weapons, they can't really go back to the old ones because everyone, like, people would be like, well, the weapon's bad, I'm not going to buy the character. So it's going to be 60% weapons forever now. Confirm no promise of this or I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it'll be bad. Because again, I don't think that. Well, I mean, it could maybe push some people to spend, but they kind of would hate themselves for it. The people who don't need disarm won't spend, you know? Still don't have Kenny. If I had him, I'd be doing 100% better than I am right now. Kenny isn't that great at the moment, to be honest. I haven't been using Kenny. He's only good against particular teams. Like prayer defense teams, not many people use those though. And pan defense teams, not many people use those either. Rick defense teams, he gets obliterated by. Because they have like 60% control and 50% chance to reduce his crits. So Kenny's been countered. Like most of the good gold mythic wheel characters have been countered now. But I'd even go as far as to say like Kenny's like maybe even borderline not S tier anymore for me. I mean, if you can't use a character against the best defense team, they're not S tier, are they? They can't be an S tier character if you can't use them against the best team. It could be A tier. Definitely not S plus for me. And his pure power is so good that he probably will remain there for me if I did another tier list, which I probably should do at some point, but yeah. That'll go for me. There's no synergy. I mean, they don't need synergy. It's just that isn't what attack teams have, you know. It's the way, like I was saying before, the latest and greatest damage dealer is great and all, but one character generally can't do it alone in the Mythic era. In the S-Class era, you could have a character blow up an entire team. You know? But yeah. That's why you can't have these really bad one-dimensional characters get released anymore. And when I say one-dimensional, I mean like a character that's just got a signature move or just a specialist skill. You know, Ajax, for instance, is pretty much just his specialist skill. The rest of his kit is just like, bleed resistance, Ghost has made a comeback. I don't know. I never really used him, to be honest. Like by the time I got him, it's an alert defense meta with crit resistance. It's like, yeah. And like 2 or 3 characters having decat resistance on that team. Scopes need to address the. With what has been said, there's one thing for sure: is the reaction time is not great with Scopely. Never has been. When do they release the disarm? The passive will have to be like disarm 2 or have to be an upgrade to the regular disarm? Doing what exactly? Not having to land a crit? Like 90% of the stuff in this game that, you know, is like to do with on hit always relies on crit. This is why that character was such an annoyance, the Rick. And also the fact that it's not a buff. Still, that bit is a proper facepalm. I can understand like maybe messing up long term on like a meta. It's like can't necessarily work it out very easily, but to not make it a buff when you've just made all the damage over time stuff buffs for exactly the same reason, it's just like, ugh. I'd love to know what they talk about in meetings. I mean, I'd almost definitely say a lot of the things that come up are like raised by players is brought up in meetings. I kind of had a rough idea of some meeting structure at one point. I think they probably have daily meetings as well. Which can obviously be a bad thing. It means you're like being distracted a lot, honestly. I'm in a meeting for an hour every day. What's the word for it? Where like it's just like there's a word for it. Where you're just having meetings all day, every day. The way they boosted defense, still need to do the same for offense. I mean, yeah, for sure, without a doubt, without a doubt. But if they do it in the same way that they've boosted defense, then you know they have to just release better free-to-play characters for attack teams, because the defense ones they release are good. Like Martinez is a good character, right? And so is Rick, right? And then when you compare these characters like Mateo, terrible character. Mateo isn't really doing anything. He's like just he's not doing anything for his teammates as a bad character. That's what he should be doing, everything for his teammates, but he's not. And he's basically every attack character that gets released, it's always like they're doing something to the defense. All of them. So you've got 5 characters individually doing something against a 5-man stack. So then, like, if the characters aren't good enough, then it's just obvious because they're getting out-battled by an entire 5-man team. That's why Kenny's like vital, because he was such a powerful character that he could potentially take out multiple characters in one go. That's why he was so good, because he made up for the lack of like the rest of the game and how it was built. Disarm 2 clears Halo. That inbuilt ransack. But with the heavy boosted defense, they need to make the same for offense. What's up, mini baker lads? You can obviously remove Halo anyway. You can just do a bit of ransack. Ransack weapon's almost like a must, so you always have to carry a strong character. That's like they could introduce ransack. I think ransack's one of the few ones where I think there's little to no risk having one of each trait in there. That they could just have a ransack fast weapon, they could have a ransack tough weapon, and they could have a ransack alert weapon. Like that. There's no risk of having those weapons. There's risk of having some other types of weapons in terms of how they would work with people's kits and be dangerous long term. But ransack isn't one of those upgrades. Ransack just isn't one of those upgrades. Certain other ones as well are pretty good. Double attack, for instance. it's not going to be generally dangerous just because no one really multi-hits over 3 anyway a lot of the time. I don't know. With all this defense meta going on, we need disarm 3, waste not 3, collateral damage 3. Yeah, I would like to see some new specialist skills for attack. Right? I know amped is here, but amped is kind of good, but then the one character we got on attack that had amped, which was Easter Eva, has been countered already. The other one is what, Peter? Has Peter got amped? Yeah, it's not really that big a deal on Peter. And now we have what? Do we have 2 amped defense team characters? We have Martinez and oh no, we do have another attack team amped character. What's her name? Mia. Is Mia amped? I still think there's a potential that Brutus the Bear could be used in a team if the right support characters to come out. Like there just isn't enough support characters, honestly. Like, sadly, like good ones. Characters that buff the team that they're on. Basically like a secondary leader. Basically like a Nor, but for attack. Like what Nor does for a defense team needs to be what an attack character for an attack team. You know, I'm not saying bonus HP and revives and that. I mean, but just like in terms of damage amplification and stuff like that. You know, so either like attack buffs and focus and cleanse and, you know, all the things that are good for attack teams. That's what attack needs. And then attack's got a chance. Percentage damage is always the thing that gets messed with the most, in my opinion. Like, it goes through massive troughs of like unusability. It's kind of crazy. What's up, Bashan? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. And also, they need to stop bringing out things that rely on crit. Just like, no more things that rely on crit. Make whatever that one, what was it called? Devastating Blow, make that be the last one. It'd be better if it was just 60% of the time it happened. Deal 1200% damage to a line. You know, that doesn't even sound like that much money. That much damage. Even if it could crit, maybe, but like dealing damage is just so flat. 1200 is like, it's Titan damage, and Titan. I mean, Titan hits okay. But the thing that Titan brings to the table is like huge trait damage. He brings huge trait damage to the table. Because he does like attack versus all traits. So he gets a boost on his attack no matter what. Attack 3 enemies 2 times for 500% damage each. So you got like 6 chances of being stunned on defense 60% of the time. Good luck with that one. Passive immune to disabled effects. Okay. It sounds good. Now how do you combat that character in the future? This is the main thing about power creep, right? Is you want to go like 1 step at a time. If you like go 10 steps suddenly, you can't go back and then start walking up the steps again, because people will go, nah, I don't care. I've got that like stage, 25 character, and you're trying to release like a stage 16 character. You power creep to stage 25 already. The next one has to be at least 26. But if you're going up by 4s, it goes up real quick. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. You're already just steaming along. So balanced characters is important to get the right balance, but otherwise, like these defenses that are coming out right now are 100% coming out to try and deal with Kenny. Right? And they may even work, but Kenny was the only damage dealer in the game that was doing anything. So like basically by dealing with Kenny, you deal with everyone in the game. So you basically have to start the game over again. It's like, give us entire attack teams, please. I do hope the next Mythic Trial is offensive and it delivers what this Skybound X team has seemingly delivered, which is 4 characters that actually work together but on an attack team. I mean actually work together. Not like they're just part of the same allegiance. All these characters buff each other in some way, increasing how their survivability is on the defense team, increasing their damage. Well, no, actually not damage. Their like healing, HP to a certain extent too. Like the actual stats because of Martinez to the other 2 fast characters. So just the attacking versions of these things. Ideal new signature effect would be make player care about the game again. I don't think it'd be too hard, to be honest. I think you could get, if you get 2 free-to-play characters come out that work together really well, and then like in the future bring out more that work with them. Like give people a good attack team. I think that's what we need. Or at least good support characters to work with the damage dealers that we already have. We don't really need damage dealers so much, but it would be nice, but it's not really needed. Hopefully it doesn't end up like Outlanders. Yeah, but I mean, Outlanders is doing exactly what I was saying that they did wrong, which is just 2 characters that work together. And that is Scotsman and Brutus. And then the other characters are just thrown in. The same thing happened with NWO, Trader and Titan, plus the other ones thrown in. The same thing that happened to a certain extent with Telltale. Telltale's the best attacking at Mythic Trial for sure. It just isn't good enough for War, because I think the way they could have done it better is if, like, in all fairness, if Duck was not a damage dealer and he was more of a support character. So instead of him doing damage, he was more like he boosted the damage of other characters. That would have been better. And if he was a disarm, the fact that he's a decap potential is good though, but I don't know. Maybe Lily was a disarm. That would have been a good team. I'd be using that right now. But I have actually got stash pools to open from this new stash, guys. So if I pull Martinez, I can actually run that room out straight away. How many pulls is it on the first stash? 60. Rough. We need a new dual specialist, Juggernaut, which is aggro plus honor. I did say they could do one called Colossus, which would be like, as a character's HP got lower, their attack got higher. Or no, the other way around. As their attack is higher, as their HP is max, they get like a 30% base buff. So it isn't a buff like a speech bubble. They just get a stat buff, 30% attack buff. And then as they lose HP down to 40%, they lose the attack, but they get heal over time each turn. So for every, like, I don't know, let's say 3%, maybe 3% missing HP, they get like they heal 1% HP per turn or something, 2% HP per turn. So if they're missing 30%, they will heal like 20% of their max HP. So they won't get to full HP. They'll still require other teammates to do something, or it will take 2 turns to hit max HP. But they'll get the attack buff and stuff like that. That could be kind of cool. And that could work on a defense and attack character, honestly. Okay, we're going to be in Legendary. How long has it taken? It's only taken just over an hour to complete SR. I've had to do it manually, unfortunately, because I'm just getting tank teams given to me. Now new special skills will have to nullify lead skills because of Rick. No, they will eventually just change it to a buff. They'll just change that to a buff, I think. And it'll be like, oh, we it's kind of oversight, my bad. And then like the next week they'll release another skill that does exactly the same thing. It'll be like, huh, this feels familiar. With a passive that is called Momentum, the bonuses from this character is twice as effective. Maybe you addressed it, but why is Hulk in 2K Martinez's art? It's not Hulk, it's the war art. You can see by the hands it's not Hulk. Hulk just has oversized human hands. Right? Hulk has oversized human hands. Whereas the hands here have got claws. See? It's claws. So if we go to the avatar art that we got in here. Nope. It's this. I'm pretty sure it's this that he's killing. On the left hand side, you can see the claws on the right hand side of its hand. Maybe it's based on Hulk, but you can see what it is. It's a broccoli alien. It's exactly the same as a normal broccoli alien. It's exactly the same as this, but it's like a Hulkified one, you know. You can see that it's the same thing as the broccoli. The face is exactly the same. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, we're getting all the trainers in here. There's someone. There's start faction assault. When did that happen? Okay, let's see. Okay, when are we starting it? When did he send that? 48 minutes ago. Why is it recommended that we do tier 5? Like, we don't know if you're going to be able to do tier 6. It's like, bruh, I'll be able to slow on this. You can't get kicked for the rest of it, yeah. You back in 66? Yeah, I'm in order 66, indeed. Indeed. You came for the subs. When I want to hit the auto button, then they just all start doing like skills that don't do anything. Fortunately, these ones seem decent, but Sawyer being in there just like... Guy's not doing anything. Wasted P drama. No drama really. Just they're focused on like war and war champions, and I'm not really there. So if my head was in that, then I'd be up for it. But he just isn't in that. Fourth Jesus tonight, maybe announcement of it, maybe. If not, most likely tomorrow. In terms of the announcement. Pew 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 pew. Oh, my bad. I saw him. And I was just like, yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's what to do though. Nuke half your roster so you stop getting your tanks put into the team. Maybe they could do that. That would be actually a pretty good, you know, thing. Disable character potential. You just put them on like a list where you just can't, they won't autofill. That'd be kind of cool. Well, that's all that happens when you get a character killed, is they just can't autofill effectively. No, it's such a shame. I was kind of hoping that there was going to be like an SR update this year. and maybe like a small raid update. That'd be nice for SR, yeah. Be nice if attack team characters were just in there, you know. And then maybe you could have a team that always prioritized if they were available. Like, I just have my Telltale team. Honestly, at this point, if I was able to, I would just make it so that every team was non-trait specific as well. So you could just run through it with one team. SR needs an update. Yeah, the best thing that they could do with SR, in my opinion, is to make it less stages. And just maybe make it require more energy. Or reduce the cooldown of energy and reduce how many energy a can gives. Just half everything. Make it 12 stages. Make cans give 4, and the cooldown takes twice as long. Just half everything. Just so we don't have to spend as much time doing this stuff. And then also give us teams to play. Like team slots, you know? That'd be great. Maybe not great, but just it'd be good. It would be nice. Nearly there, guys. Nearly got those. What are they? What are they even? They're gas canisters that I'm getting right now. I don't even know what I'm getting. And I say no. I'm saying they should even have like. You know when you go to edit team, well you actually can't do it here, but like you know when you go into your roster, you've got like multiple teams. They should have like the same thing but for SR. And when you go into edit your teams, you can actually just click on your SR tab, right? So they can have different parts of the game. So for instance, like my teams could be split up. Like you see like at the top of this, it could just this could be down like to there, and then there could be like 5 buttons, and it could be like main, war, SR, territories, campaign, like world map. And then you could give each of those 20 teams each, instead of what we've got right now is like 50 teams in one here. You know? So like, if I wanted to buy territory defenses, I have to go down to team 20. Whereas if I did territory at the top, I'd be attacking with my main team, so I'd be attacking with team 1. And then the rest could just be drop teams for the actual territories. Tyrese is not in the monument. I know, it's weird, right? It is weird. I should write that one down and bring it up. Roster management is here. Did you hear what I just said? Where you'd have different tabs based on the game mode you're in. Oh, damn. Okay. These ones aren't crazy. Actually, I didn't see the burn. 900. How did the burn go over there? Really, there's 3 of these burn walkers. Scumbags. I didn't heard that. I basically, well, what I just said was like each of the tabs for the teams could have 20 teams for each section, rather than 50 teams overall. Yeah, tabs, exactly. I mean, Conquest doesn't necessarily need it as much, but you could have maybe again just a tab for Conquest / Challenge Run. Just, you know, make things easy. That could probably go in the campaign or something, I don't know. And then maybe we could even name the tabs ourselves. So those things could be tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, tab 4, tab 5. And then each one has 20 teams. So we get twice the amount of roster space. Not roster, but team space. But we can allocate it where we want. And then we can also move the teams around within the, you know, the section that they're in. Hey, what's up, Meta Oracle? Random but on the update thoughts. Would be nice if the level cap was bumped to maybe offering advanced tokens every 5 levels and ultra tokens every 10. I think some things, in terms of requesting them, is like blood from a stone, honestly. Scopely have never seemed to like to raise the level cap, ever. Even when they have done it, it just seems to be like a proper thing. Like, the idea from the Scopely's perspective is really honestly feels quite negative, when it's just, from a player's perspective, it's just enjoyment to level up. Everyone wants to ding. That's literally the thing. You know, everyone wants to go ding and level up. Yeah, that's the thing, Steve. You just make it millions and millions and millions of XP. You know, make it legit high amounts of XP. And then this time as well, I'd say like make the max level 500, and then just do what I said, like 2-3 level extensions ago, where when you get to max level, make it massive amounts of XP for that last level. Like, well, not for the last level, but once you get to max level, make it so it's like an infinite amount, like prestige. You can prestige your account an infinite amount of times. So I could be level 500 prestige 20, you know? Where I either go back to 0 and start leveling out my account again, or it just does like one level over and over again. You know? But that one level can be like 5 times the XP required. So it's more just like you still gain XP. All the stuff you do still gives you XP. And then when you level up, you get a crate. And it can be either, I'd say like 80% guaranteed crate, and then like one thing's RNG. Maybe just the amount of something you get. Advanced tokens would be cool though. If it was like, I don't know, minimum 500, maximum like 2,000. So it isn't like crazy. It's just more tokens every so often, maybe every week or two. And people would put their war defenses in the XP territories. Why would they do that? Oh, right. Oh, right. Yeah. True. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't think that'd be that big a deal, but yeah. It's definitely possible. I was like, for whatever reason, I thought you meant like, just in general, they'd put their war defenses in territories to defend against people gaining experience from attacking in territory. I was like, can you do that? My mind went somewhere completely different with that one. The instant thought was completely different from what you meant. Has anyone pulled Martinez yet? How many pulls you got so far, guys? 6, 7? 6 or 7, right? We completed 1 roadmap and got 2 daily pulls, right? Something like that. It's actually kind of interesting. I've never done a full SR while streaming. And while I have gone on to do different things every now and again, I doubt anyone really sits there and just does a full SR very often. But it's taken about an hour and a half. But boy, is it's not fun to do it. There's this game mode in another game that I play called Endless Trial, right? And that game mode is not fun, but it doesn't take an hour and a half to do. And you have to do that every 3 days. But it is not fun, just because it's boring. And doesn't feel that rewarding. And I will say, that does, like I say, it doesn't take an hour and a half. You could probably bang it out in 30 minutes. Faction Mate has 4 and 7 opens. They must have... Did they buy some tokens, I guess? Unless they got ultra lucky. I mean, it's possible, I guess, but... Seven opens, no Martinez. We'll see if I steal your luck. Take away all Steve's luck, give it to Lockdown. That's what I told him to do. That's been my recent updates to PC. That's what I request every time. I'm not sure what's going on. Like, it's recording the wrong HP. I'll double check this. Look, my HP of my circuit is 70k, but look, it says she's got 7k HP. You see that? You see down the bottom it says she's got 7k. Why do you think that is? It's weird. And then these HPs aren't even right. 46k for Eris. Okay, everything else actually is right. But hers was 7k and she's actually 69k. That's so weird. Did I actually listen to suggestions because 25 stages per level is trash and overkill? The thing is, they did run an SR once by accident. And it was honestly the best SR because it had 8 stages. It's because they ran a beta SR in the main game. They could easily, and I mean really easily, just do exactly the same again and then just change this the energy requirement to 3 per stage. You know? Or like I said before, make it 12 and 2 per stage. That'll be fine. My experience with Eugene 2000, he's not that good for an ultra. He is actually good, but the issue is he hasn't got any good support characters, so he's just doing it by himself, and no character can take on these teams by themselves. It literally cannot happen. So every attack team character just looks kind of crap at the moment, even if they're good. You know, just because they can't do it alone, and they have to do it alone because there's just no support characters. You know, that's the attack teams are in shambles right now, like all over the place. Yo, what's up, Noah? I unfortunately skipped on the Lu Cille weapon event rewards in completion rewards for SRs and oof. Yeah. I'm just doing it because it's accessible. I wouldn't have to spend, but boy did it take a lot of raids. I think I had to get 100k raid points overall over 2 tournaments. And I even raided between tournaments. I know, guys. It's crazy stuff. I don't normally do this, but I raided when there was no tournaments up. Maybe like 30 times. No cans, just free energy. I already have the Lu Cille weapon. Nice. You'll get 1 Martinez after 7 days, regardless of the calendar, even with continued poor luck from the stash. Yeah. Which is kind of good because then you get to do the roadmap and then get a couple more pulls, so you can effectively get a bit more of an early run on the stash to get the other ones. I think that's pretty decent. $10 or $12 would be fine. Yeah, I figure. I thought they even did a 4-stage one by accident. It was 20 stages for the whole thing. Best SR ever. Was it 4? It might have been the 4. It honestly was like really good. It felt really good. And honestly, because they only scaled the stages down and they didn't change the energy cost and they didn't change the rewards are the same. It felt a bit more better rewards that way because it didn't take that much time. It took like 20 minutes to complete, if that. 20 minutes to complete, and then farming it was up to you whether you wanted to like compete for the top reward. And generally speaking, that's not going to be the case. Weapon is just a locker piece. Oh, okay. I don't even have enough red things for the 500 Jesus 2k shards. You better get warring raiding then, 8-page. You've had a chance. Fuel. Oh, okay, they're fuel canisters. What did I think they were? I don't know what I thought they were. Yeah, that was brutal. How long did that take? 1 hour and 40 minutes. So probably like 1 hour and 25 to 30 minutes. If I was just like really focused. But I wouldn't want to do that really focused. Who would want an SR really focused? I'd probably watch a movie. So I'd miss some like proper... like doing it quickly. How much for each roadmap? You get 500 of Jesus per roadmap. To complete the entire thing, you need 60,000 of the canisters. To get Jesus, I think it's 40,000. Normally I get... yeah, I mean, I get. Like, yeah. But honestly, this is the reason I like the game. Is because of this part of it. Is the collection side of things. Wherever the damn collection is. Where is it? Man, these actually are still in here. You know? Like, so much of this stuff just... And there's a lot of S-Class collections that just disappeared, right? There's barely any S-Class collections in here now. They have actually started to, like, time out. So you can't even get S-Classes anymore. Also, I've realised that this guy, right? This guy, his picture on the left, looks exactly like a character from Cobra Kai. Like, 100% like this dude for Cobra Kai. Just literally just saw it. I don't know what the guy's name is, but he's like just this annoying character in Cobra Kai. And it's him. It's 100% him. Like, it's 100% the dude. Let me find a picture. Show more. Okay. Let me find a picture where he looks. He's smiling too much in these pictures, man. It doesn't look as obvious. Like, I need a picture of him from Cobra Kai though. He looks much. When his normal pictures, he doesn't look as much like him. But in Cobra Kai, he's got this one where he's got this ridiculous haircut. And it looks kind of the same because of the side cut on the hair. And they haven't got very good pictures of him. It's actually terrible. Now, I know some people will just be going, oh, you mean he's Asian? I don't mean it like that. Because I don't think he looks like the guy who plays Glenn. They don't look anything alike, right? They don't look anything alike. Like even the eyebrow to a certain extent. Like he's got this like eyebrow game going on. Oh man, let me find a decent picture, man. I can't find one, man. The ones of him in Cobra Kai. Do you guys know who I'm talking about, right? What character does he play? Kyler. His name's Kyler in it. Is that as good as it's gonna get? God, it is. One sec. Be careful. Randomly get cancelled because of this. Can I find a bigger version of this? Finding a bigger version of an image is so hard these days. I just want to like find visual matches. I was going to start a video. This is really important to me, guys. Okay, this is probably the best picture. This is probably the best picture I can find. It's quite small, though. See if I can get it zoomed in on his face. Although he's like kind of looking up here. It's kind of there. It's kind of there, right? It's kind of there. It's kind of there. If he wasn't like raising his chin, like he's doing, because he's like trying to be like, I'm in the karate dojo, I'm a badass. That's what he's doing. I literally just been watching Cobra Kai the last couple of days as well. The second I saw it, I was like, wait a sec. Hold up. Looks suspiciously like that guy. Especially with the hair, actually. Like, now you can see his hair. I'm going to take a screenshot of this to show Moon. Moon likes Cobra Kai as well. It's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Okay, now we can run the road maps. Joy. I'll do the pulls first, though. Let's get these pulls out of the way. We've got 7, yeah? 7. Let's go. Let's get it. Martinez. We need A. Martinez. 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 Ez he is. There is he is. Martinez he is. We get one. A. We do get one. Let's see if we can get another one. This would be a really cheeky pull if we got another one. Real cheeky. And doof. LB2. How many pulls you done? Never LB2 is 7 pulls. Never. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Not at all. Steward's inquiry and all that stuff. Oh damn, I need 2 silvers and I need to level up these ones anyway. Okay. Okay, I think I've got max points and yeah, I'm all done and level up. Okay. So now we can run the Martinez roadmap. How many acts can we do? 1. Just 1. Well, actually, we can do more if we tear him up. We can do more if we tear him up. Please don't put in a full defense team. You know what? You know what, guys? Wait. Could I theoretically... Oh, faction supporters are disabled. Those cheeky. Cheeky, cheeky. Martinez. Have you done 24 pulse sickness? All right, because you've got 1 and then... Okay, yeah. 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 If you get 1 from the initial 7, then you can get more pulls to potentially get others, yeah. Enjoy, Noah. Have fun. Done the map, yeah. Done what? All of it or some of it? I'll do enough to do grade 2. Why 6 waves, though? Going back to the old school. Give me endless amounts of waves. Fun times. And you could write a book on like how to do things in RTS. Seems to be a new person like creating these stuff all the time. And they're just like, how many waves? Let's just put 6. Like, let's just make it 6. Who doesn't want to do 6 waves after playing the game for 5 years? Shouldn't they enjoy just mowing down walkers for 6 waves? I bought 10 pulls for 4 quid. Jeez. Market him. See, this is fine. A couple of waves of walkers, although these are tanky, man. Tankiness on these guys. They took the hits. Wang fires a non-lead. LOL. Oh yeah, awesome. I mean, Martinez is short for this world, but the other ones will be fine. That's why Telltale wins, guys. Telling you. Remap team for the win. Okay. We won't do 3 pulls. What we'll do is we will see if we can get 2 fast silvers. And we get 0. Unfortunately, I have got a reasonable access. Just like, okay. I've got open mods today as well, yeah. Fast. We just need to, actually we need another 4. I think we just need 21 guys, but I'm not 100% certain. Because we need loads of characters in the right place tier wise. Okay. We'll do that much. That much. We'll just make a bunch of tier 2s. Probably does it. And then we'll make a bunch of tier 3s. Enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Now I just need to level up these. Have I got enough? Yes. Just about. I think I maxed tier Jesus. Make sure to level up Jesus as well, guys, if you haven't already. I guess most people are on top of that. Martinez 2000. So we're going to get another 6 pulls. So I'll do a 5 pull plus a 1. As you do. Didn't the blog post hint that the Uber Walkers could be there since it's World Energy? I think that was more in the other roadmap, not this roadmap. I could be wrong though. That's how I read that one. You know, like the roadmap that respawns every 2 days. I think that one's got the potential to be tough, but this one I'm not so sure. I mean, maybe that's the case, but personally, I'd like 100% chance there's tough walkers and it being 1 stage, or 1 wave or 2 waves. I don't mind tough walkers so much. I just don't like lots of waves. It just takes ages. I did a thing, arts and crafts. Please don't be like some crazy thing. Is that you highlighting me in arts and crafts? Pretty much. It's pretty much. It's true. It's true. What's the same? What's changed? The same image. Same picture. It just looks so. I think some characters are based on real life people. I mean, I think it might be hard as an artist to just make a face, you know. So some characters will be based on people who are real, and sometimes it's gonna be a celebrity, you know. Someone could have just been watching Cobra Kai while they did like they were doing the Willy art, you know. It's like fine. Get him, Molly, get him. Get him. Okay, so then it's a walker stage again, and then... I mean, I don't mind it costing a lot of energy either. Like 15 energy, whatever. Do you guys remember like the worst road map ever to exist was this road map where like you had to do it and it was 10 waves and it gave you corn when you completed it, and then you had to get like 10,000 corn, and each time you completed the road map, I don't think it cost much energy. It was like 1 energy or something. But each time you completed the road map, it gave you like 5 to 10 corn or something crazy like that. Oh man. Okay. Haven't got my Martinez tiered up yet. Although even if I get him, I won't be able to tear him up because I like to level up my silvers because that's the only way I can get the points. So we'll see if we get some more Martinez's. Zizus 2000s. Not going to be the case. We do have one more pull. Otherwise, we'll have to wait until next Monday's stream to see what we get. Oh, nearly him. It looked like him. It was a cloak. Baited, lol. No. Not quite. Not quite. Okay. Let's just finish this roadmap. I think we'll put Dark back in. Dark. There we go. No, Dark. Don't hit the payback, Dark. Okay, good boy. Where is the 5th Martinez coming from? He's not in Stash 2. Daily calendar. You get him on day 7. You get him on day 7. As we get these characters so quickly, guys, don't level them up until you have them to grade 5, obviously, because you get more level points if they're grade 5. Do 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 Oh no. Okay, we're great. I just see a payback. I don't even try to stop it. I just see what happens because it's world energy. See you, Mini Baker Lad. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. This is one of the few times when spending coins to like save a stage if you fail it is actually worth it, because it costs 75 coins to save a stage if you fail it, right? But it costs 250 to buy the energy to replay it, unless you can't do that if you fail. I'll intentionally fail the last stage and see what it does, because I've got more than enough energy on this one. Also, LB1, 2, 3 should add a little bit more than level points. Maybe 1,000 for each, so 9,000 per level. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that the tier of the character makes you get more level points. Honestly, I don't like that. So I think the grade 5 one's not even good in the first place. I don't want to have to wait until I get an LB like a character to LB3 to start leveling them. I want to start leveling them straight away. I don't want to be punished, and I'm punished enough at grade 5, man. Don't punish me more, please. Please, please, don't punish me. I think we should just get straight up points for doing upgrades on characters, though. That whole, like, upgrade certain this, that, and the others for points is, like, kind of garbage. Upgrade strong character. It's like, I don't have any. I need to upgrade. Seems kind of rubbish. On faction tournaments, maybe, but solo, not so sure. Wait, did I get enough pulls for that character? I don't think I did in the end, did I? Rosie. I was debating about doing another 6 pulls, wasn't I? I think I fall just a little bit short. Like, very just a little bit. Very small. Okay, we're good. Hey, duck. Little sneaky. Gonna get some Jesus. Surprised I haven't been paybacked yet, actually. I'm driving engagement. It will encourage you to get all 5 copies. So appreciate your support about that. I mean, I don't think I've not got all 5 copies of an accessible character before. So I've never missed out. So like Rick, you know, Brutus. Any character that I didn't have to pay for. Like Clementine you had to pay for in a certain way. She maybe wasn't expensive to a certain point. Like I could have done the pulls on the Gold Rush and bought her in the past for $20. Could have done that. Also, Ajax. Probably could have bought some offers on the early days, maybe $20, $30, and got enough to get Ajax. I don't know. And who else? Ophelia. I'm not really sure. She might have cost a little bit. Those are the only characters I didn't get completely maxed out. Other than those, pretty good. Son of a gun. How are you thinking on these Saviors in Atlanta Allegiance on Faction Assault, Steve? Have you worked out teams yet? I'm still thinking on those particular two. The hidden one pretty much is going to do itself because, you know, you kind of have to use Lacerator, so you're just going to rely on the Lacerator bleed team. Other than that, Atlanta's is tough. Saviors is pretty tough too. Alexandra's looking pretty juicy though. Where this guy finds so much this red tokens to play, pay to play. Nah. I raided a lot. I mean, I don't think I can show you my raid history, but I can try. Hey, we got Jesus. Let me show you my raid history. See this? These drops. And then if we scroll down, it's just gonna be loads and 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 loads. They changed position. They went to the second place. Oh, was this? Is this during the tournament or is this before the tournament? Okay. Yeah, this was during the tournament and this was before it. So during the tournament, I had to farm 40,000. So that was just 40,000, which I scrolled through. And then if we go to my tournament score, we can see that I got 58k. So that's how you got those. You got them dropped twice as much during tournaments. So, yeah, did Tex manage to do enough? I'm not sure if he would have managed to do enough. He probably just went for Jesus. He was probably like, nah, I'm not doing any more for that weapon. I went all in for the weapon. Just to get the weapon. It's bad at those higher tiers, but with the whole faction hitting, probably doable. Couldn't get everyone in alpha. Never got organized yet. Yeah. But the thing is, you're going to be having to spend multiple energy to beat a boss. Right? It's just you're going to have to be doing it. Because when I was doing it, I was hitting it for like 4 million. If that. I was lucky to hit the left-hand crate. But is there another raid tournament? No. This is it. No more raid tournament, no SR tournament. This is the last SR tournament. And this is the last raid tournament. Well, the raid tournament that ended yesterday was the last raid tournament. So if you need any more, you still can get them in raids. You just have to spend twice as much. How many more do you need, weird girl? I went crazy on the first raid since attempting promoting leagues. 100k raid score gets you enough red cans for the roadmap. Yeah, it sounds right. I got like 30. I got like 30k the first one and 60k the second one, and I raided between the tournaments. So sounds about right. I don't know. Well, the last 4 acts. So this act here on the right hand side, and what's that? Act 8, 7, 6, and 5 all cost 10,000 each. They all cost 10,000 to complete each, and then the first 4 cost 20,000 to complete total. So the first 4 combined 20,000. Then everyone after that 10,000 each. So it's 60. No wait. Actually, that's bad maths. The first 4 are 40,000 combined. No, that can't be right. Is it 60,000 or is it 80,000 you have to have total? I guess it must be 60,000 you need total for Lu Cille and 40,000 for, yeah. Okay, so the first 4 acts are 20,000 combined, and then the last 4 acts are 10,000 each. You can just go for Jesus and it costs 40,000 total, but you'll miss out on the weapon and the extra rewards that you get from the stage rewards, even though it's probably not that amazing. I've been raiding. The thing is now, because it's outside of the tournament, your drops are going to be halved. So, I mean, I doubt cans are a problem for you. It's just more about, like, how many raids you're going to have to do. And it's funny, I was doing effectively a raid tournament in another game, and I was doing both of them at the same time. It's pretty funny. In that game, I was just going for a milestone. In this one, I was going for a lot more. And I watched, what movie did I watch again? Year One with Jack Black. I will say, I fell in love with her character in that movie. I'd never seen her before. Apparently, she's a well-known actress, but I've never seen her before. And I was like, damn, who's this? It's the blonde girls. They always get me. Always get me. It's my kryptonite, I guess. Oh, we're nearly done. Did I actually complete the other roadmap? I don't think I did or could. I'm risking it. I'm risking it for the biscuit, because every time I see one, I just auto. Every single time. Silly paybacks. Okay, after this roadmap, we're going to open my mods, see what we get there. And then we'll probably just chill out for a little bit. And then I might finish the other road map. I think I have to less to do on the other road map because I've already got the Jesus shards apparently. Now it's going to 3 waves. Really trying to get you. Real trying to get you. Go on, duck. Get it done. Get it done. Okay, we're going to test out the theory, guys. Can you get, or do you get offered a chance to run the stage again if you fail? Here we go. So I have to run this stage. And I have to put in a bad team. I might not be able to run it with non-mythics. Okay, we'll just run it with this team. Go on, Kelly. You can get it done, mate. Huh? Is this like a cheat? How did I do that? Ah, okay. Is this how it's meant to be? So do I get asked, you need to do this again, but here... Oh no, I literally just failed it. Okay, so you can't pay for it. Okay. Oh no! Whatever will I do with a character with such high HP? Surely he is unkillable. Sorry. This is outrageous. I am absolutely devastated. Done. Deleted. Oh goodness. Oh wait, we can also go for a full delete. Nightmare mode to no continue. Alright, yeah. I never failed a stage one since Nightmare got released, so I didn't know that. Did not know. Let's play the boss again. And again. Okay. So that's one half, and then the other one, I just need to do the last 2 acts. Okay, we'll chill for now. We shall chill Wait, why am I getting so many inbox? Okay, yeah. We shall chill for now. How long do I have left to get red fuel? You have 5 days. It takes 100,000 raid points. It's somewhere in the region of 400 raids during the raid tournament. Outside of raid tournament, it'll take 800 raids. So if you haven't got any right now, you probably need to do 600 raids to get Jesus. And then you could probably just leave the rest if you don't want to get the weapon. There's been 2 raid tournaments already. I'm pretty sure there's not another raid tournament while this is going on. But I could be wrong. I got 2 10k drops. I got 2 10ks. Oh man, I've got all these trainers here. Don't even remember what these are from, to be honest. Don't even remember. Oh, I could have opened these. Could have opened these. And these. Oh well. Oh, I didn't open these. And okay, let's see what we get from mods. All random mods. We'll see what we can get. Hopefully something decent that can roll. Not like that. Not like that. Next out. Not too bad. We'll see what the first couple of upgrades get on that. Next out. Yuck. Not the combo I was looking for. Next. Yuck. Exactly great mods. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. We'll roll that. See how good that goes. And last mods. Oof. 2 okay mods. Like good potential mods. Let's see how they actually are. Let's see how good they actually are. What was it? Attack on crit. I feel like this needs to be like 3.5% or higher. I think 20% plus is required. Let's see what your second upgrade gets. It's going to have to be pretty decent. I think I can... No, I don't think I think I can get 20%, but I have to hit a 5% roll on the last one. We'll probably just bounce out of this one for now. I mean, it's probably going to be in the region of... Actually, it's better than these mods. Oh, wait, that one I haven't finished, and it's already 15%. So there's already mods that I've got that I haven't upgraded fully. What's the other thing I got? Stun resist. Now this could be quite important because resist the noise. Stun's pretty heavy. Let's see what we get. This is gonna have to be basically 17% roll. Has to be massive. Well, it's nice knowing you, mods. See you later. See ya later. We'll upgrade the crit mod that I got before that I didn't apparently want to finish for some reason. This one. Because this one's already going to be 17.4% without the last roll. So if I get like a 3 to 5%, it'll be 20% plus. 21.9. Can't complain. That's pretty decent. That's pretty decent. I second that question. I answered it too. I can answer it a second time if you need me to, but you need to get 60,000 of the red canisters to complete the roadmap. 40,000 to get Jesus. To get 40,000 during a raid tournament, it probably would take you around about 300 raids. So that means outside of a raid tournament, it'd probably take you around about 600. Because they drop half the amount, basically. Simples. Simple as... I did want to check, did I get enough rosy pulls? I'm pretty sure I'm one short. One short, guys. There's nowhere I can just get ultra right now, right? I can't just claim some ultra tokens randomly. Nope. I'd have to go into offers. Never mind. Let's run the Lu roadmap. I'll save the pulls for another character. We've got to keep an eye on this to a certain extent. Is the Survival Road easier to complete? The SR? What, the SR event? What do you mean, easier to complete? SR is still very easy, but just takes time and cans if you want to burn through it. Was there an event info video I overlooked, or could there have been not been one since Scopely is often stingy with event details? For which event? I'm pretty sure I did event details for the Jesus number 3 event, but I'm not sure. You'll have to check my channel. Sometimes, I'll be honest, we get a lot of info late nowadays. And, you know, if we get info like 4 hours before an event comes out, unless I'm like at my PC and ready to just stream straight away to stream the info, I generally don't make videos on events anymore. Just because we don't get enough of a heads up. Is the Survival Road like in the event? Yeah, I mean, you have to complete the Survival Road. I don't know what you're really asking here. The Survival Road is just as easy the tournament as it's always been. With mythic characters who'll blitz through it. You have to complete it to get the canisters to run the roadmap. Now the roadmap is that easy. It really depends on what walkers you get. As you can see right now, I'm getting quite easy ones. What cans are easier to get? The red ones you can farm, the green ones you have to do SR. And the SR only gives you exactly what you need, whereas you can farm more than what you need from the red canisters. Like, sometimes these are impair walkers, so it's maybe a little problematic, but sometimes they could all be reflect. And that's where it can be very, very problematic. Extremely problematic. Now, if you haven't done the roadmap by now, and you don't have enough red canisters, you're going to have to raid. But if you have enough red canisters and you start failing stages, you'll have to raid to make up those canisters. And that can be a bit problematic. Green cans have no leeway yet. Pretty much, you have to finish both solo SR to do the 160 stage mission, which is automatic if you finish the 2 SRs. That gives yep. Indeed. Now you can buy some of the cans for like, I think it's pretty expensive. Like 1,000 cans is 250 coins. It's 1,000 cans per stage later on in the event, so you know an entire act can cost 2,500 coins. There is one for coins. I'm pretty sure you can buy a reasonable amount for coins. I don't know if it's 10, but I know you can buy some with coins. Any fail, indeed. So I should be focusing, indeed. I should be focusing. Because you only need like one stage to be pretty heavy in terms of like burn walkers and stuff like that, and it can really mess you up. Oh, is there a boss stage on this, on the last stage? I might take an infect character just in case. They just like try and throw like a really high level character at you. So we're going to get Lu Cille, hopefully. Get the weapon. I'll get another Jesus. I'll make him limit break 1, I guess. Christmas Carol, yeah, true. I just really like the Telltale team. Don't get to use it too often. And it's pretty solid for these stages anyway. It looks so awesome there, like ping pong, bouncing everywhere. So many attacks, multi-hits. I love it. What's up, Logan? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Jeez, that's one act. Good. Taking ages. ×3 on auto as well. With one of the most amazing Walker takedown teams. Just its 3 waves. Any plans for the weekend, guys? Doing anything decent? Any plans? Raiding. How many do you need? Weird girl. How many cans do you need? A lot. Being lazy, no war. I know, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm really not doing much this weekend. No real plans. Maybe figure out some content stuff. We shall see. Would I use the baton? Honestly, I can't remember what's on it. I can't even remember what's on it. I'm only on Act 3. So you need like 48,000 if you haven't done any of Act 3 and you haven't got any cannons. So if you're you're only on Act 3. Oh damn. So I think maybe you need like 50. It might be like 52,000 or something. That's like a lot. You need the majority of them if you want to get the weapon. If you want to get Jesus, just minus 20k. That is a lot. So you're probably looking at like 400 raids. So like 65 cans. So in terms of cans, it doesn't seem that bad. That's why I think these events should just have a hand in. Just allow people to hand in like 10 raid cans for a certain amount of the items, because all that does is just save time. You know? Even if they gave the minimum amount of the item, I'd do it. Because it just saves time. Time is a commodity that these gacha games just... Oh, wait. Hold up. Hold up. Are they going to get close to me? I seen it. I seen this bee. This son of bee. This is the stage that could have got me. It could have had me. Done me in. Considering you can really only use the weapon with a Telltale 2 tune, you need either... You mean Skybound X tune? But I get you. You need either Carl or Axel. No, you can hold it in any green character's hands. It's just only Skybound X characters get the buff. So, yeah, it's not ideal. Not holding it in Carl's hands, but you don't have to hold it in Carl's hands. For instance, you could have Carl in the team and then hold it in another strong character's hands, like Circuit. That's definitely a possibility. It's all Scopely's fault? Somehow. Somehow it is. You're right, 8-page. You okay, buddy? He's like, what are you doing? Okay, 5 more stages, guys. They're going to try and get me again. We'll see. I live to fight another day. For now, at least. For now, at least. Swap Clem for Dario. It's just about the walkers that can blow up. That's the only thing that I have to keep an eye out for. Even with a Dario lead, that's still going to be a problem, you know? I think that would still be a problem even if I use like Tara lead, because it's like 160k burn. Last stage. Is that on the Walker one as well? Or is that just on the human one? I've done the human one. Did they give you that same boss on the Walker one? Walker one as well, interesting. I then went up to 4 waves. Who the hell wants to raid for 600 raids when the win rate is slim to nil? I mean, during raid tournaments, it's also easier to raid because people drop their teams or are raiding themselves, so they're shielded. If people are online raiding, they can't be hit, so you get more bot teams that way. You know, teams with just like one character defenses, or you know, I was getting Andrea 2K plus I can't remember who the other character was who I was getting. Oh no, barriers. Yeah, the rewards in raid being doubled is the big one. Okay, at least 80 auto through 85% of it. I mean, I did as well on this one. You just had to time it while the tournaments were going on. Like, what did you get in the last raid tournament? 8 page, the faction tournament. Because that was the time to get points. I got 60k. Okay, I'll swap out Duck for my girl, Alpha. And then just let Alpha do her thing. Oh, it's Gov. Sorry, why did I read that as someone else? Who did I read that as? I read that as Negan for some reason. What will win first? Percentage or... Oh, I just missed out. Just... So close. Rewards. Ready for the very, very rare pop-up. Extremely rare. Extremely rare animation. Animation? With the Animaniacs? I don't know what I'm saying right now. Doo-doo. Okay. I mean, it's actually not a bad weapon, but... Yeah. If the Skymount X2 thing gave a defense buff as well, kind of like Stonewall 2. Or improved Stonewall. And 20% defense. You know, even though not 50, but and 20%. Even though it's only for one turn. Should we see what it looks like? Now, the thing is, whose hands can we hold it where they will actually see it? Because there are going to be very few characters where that's going to actually work. Right? Very few characters. Scotsman? No. Him. That's pretty much one of the few characters where it's going to work, right? Is he just one bat? It's kind of bugged on in his hands. Okay, it fixed. Okay, it's a little bit buggy on his hands. Like you can see his hand disappearing. The lineup on like where it is not great. It's kind of cool for like a animation to be lightning based rather than it being actually animated. It's just like two different images and swapping between them constantly, it seems, or like maybe 3 or 4 images and it's swapping between it constantly, like fake animation, which is like, I don't know if you guys know this, but in a lot of video games when you play first person shooters and you have what's it called, what's it called when you shoot a weapon? You see like something on the front of your weapon. Oh, my brain has blanked so massively here. Muzzle flash on, but you see it on your own weapon, right? When the muzzle flash happens, generally speaking, the muzzle flash is going to be like, and you keep your finger down and you like fully auto your weapon in an FPS game. The muzzle flash is actually just an image rather than animation. And it just switches between 3 or 4 of them and it looks like it's animated. This is to cut down on like how strenuous it is on your PC a lot of the time. A lot of the time. Okay, so we did everything that we need to do. Lu Cille done. Second chance is already done. That's going to reset in 2 hours. Martinez 2000 roadmap done as much as I can be bothered to do because I have to wait until the level up finishes to do some leveling up of silvers. So on and so forth. So we can just chill out for 5 minutes. But I think that's it for the stream pretty much, guys. I do appreciate you tuning in. Need to store up this food for a rainy day. I do hope you have a good weekend. I'm going to be streaming some All-Stars tomorrow afternoon. If you're into All-Stars, you can drop by. Otherwise, I'll see you next Monday for some more RTS. Definitely got the contents coming out over the weekend, so stay tuned. Maybe a bit of RTS, maybe a bit of All-Stars. We'll see. But, yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving. Goodbye, goodbye, guys. Goodbye, goodbye.